Hey y'all, what's up? So, today's a big day. For reasons you will find out in this stream and a little bit later. We got a lot to cover today. I think first thing out of the gate we should talk about is we haven't posted this on social media or anything yet, but we recently got an official logo designed for the show. And one of the multiple reasons we did that is coming up here either close to or after the holidays, we are going to be opening a merch store. So we're starting very slow. It's just going to be like a couple stickers, a couple little things with the logo on it. You know, it's not going to be a big, huge deal because we're still navigating how to do all this stuff.
Yeah.
But yeah, we'll be posting the logo later and doing some talking about the future of potential stuff with the merch store. So if there's anything you guys want to buy, like with a Compelled Duel logo on it,
let us know.
Let us know.
Do pins probably.
Yeah, we've found a like merch fulfillment company that does a lot of really cool stuff. Like they do everything from bath mats to beer can koozies to all kinds of wild stuff. But yeah, that is coming. So
yeah, we're very excited. And moving on from that, let's talk about the playlist we released this week.
Yeah, here. Do you want to do Mia first? Because I already have my lyrics queued up for Nora.
I think you should do Nora first.
Okay. Yeah. So the two playlists we did this week were Nora Valsine and Mia Part 2.
To clarify, a friend of ours was confused. Mia Part 1 has not been released.
Yeah, we did that to be assholes.
Yeah, we did that on purpose to be just to be kind of rude, but also because it's funny. Mia Part 1 will be coming out when the Mia backstory drops,
and then you will see.
Yeah, then you will all first.
Then you will all see.
God.
It's like Star Wars.
Yeah.
But yeah, the Nora playlist. Okay, so I have the ones up that I want to talk about. This was one of our shorter playlists because Nora hasn't been around as a character that long, but I did put one song for each of her siblings on there. Yeah.
I hate it here.
So I'm just going to talk about those because I think those were the ones that were the most powerful, and also like songs like Sorry About Your Parents like have already been on playlists and we've already talked about them. So the song for Valorant was Beetle by Run River North. And it's and then you'll wake up in a cold and empty sweat in the middle of the night from a dream you'll never forget. You're running from the ghost on top of the hill. He's calling your name. He's calling your name. You thought he was gone, but you're awake and you were caught in the middle again. Yeah.
Everyone should listen to Run River North, by the way. They rock.
So yeah, that kind of ties into like a lot of her guilt and stuff that we heard from her at the end of season 2 about like how she feels partially responsible for Val's death and all that stuff. The song for Jorana, who we haven't met in podcast yet, but we will, was Keep You Safe by the Crane Wives. My daddy always said nothing worth doing comes easy. Time is not your friend. Time is not your remedy. No amount of waiting will make you brave. No amount of fear will keep you safe. Which I think is kind of that's a mutual thing with both Nora and Jorana, which again, like this is going to get unpacked way later. But we had mentioned, I think like in last week's Q&A that Moreland had a crack in Omegroth about like Nora's afraid of her own shadow. And we don't really get to see that in her now because she is so brave and she is so like take charge and in control, but she was not always. You know, who Nora is now is very much a product of a lot of the work she's done on herself.
Yeah.
And I think that kind of fearfulness and skittishness and being scared of her own shadow is definitely something she has in common with her older sister. The song for Boreas was Boreas by the Oholos. I couldn't not do it. It's a fucking amazing song.
Yeah, and also it was funny.
Yeah. Just the sentiment of promise me that you'll start where I end, and I promise to give you everything that I am will go on and on and on. In the end, all I hope is to be a bit of warmth for you when there's not a lot of warmth left to go around. Like, yikes.
Yeah.
And then the song for Moreland was Dear Wormwood by the Oh Hellos. And that is also the closing track of the playlist. The entire, like, every fucking word of the song is extremely relevant to Nora and Moreland's dynamic. But the end of the song especially, I have always known you. You have always been there in my mind, but now I understand you and I will not be part of your designs. I know who I am now and all that you've made of me. I know who you are now and I name you my enemy.
Ooh. I just while we were working on this playlist, he played that song and I was just like, ooh, ooh, that one's rough.
Yeah.
Ooh, mamma mia, that's a spicy.
Mamma mia, that's a spicy and dysfunctional family.
Yeah. Yeah. It hit me in the chest so hard it summoned the ghost of my great grandmother. How you do this thing? Anyway.
And then there were a couple on the Mia playlist that did that to me.
Yeah.
I did wail in despair at one when we listened to it for the first time.
Yeah, so let's go into Mia part 2. I've mentioned before that Achilles Come Down was going to be the opening track of this playlist, and yes, it is.
Werewolf gimmick.
Ooh, werewolf gimmick. There's a lot of things on this playlist that are there to be very high energy. And werewolf gimmick was one of them. Let me hang on.
Let him who thinks he knows no fear look well upon my face.
Yeah. I had a lot of. Thank you, Woody. Yeah. Just the one verse, just sail past all the grasping hands, floodlights white and hot, bring my vision into focus, find out what I've got. Some sniveling local baby face with an angle he can't sell. Full werewolf off the buckle like an angel straight from hell. Mia.
Ha! Violence.
Violence. Violence be upon you.
Whoa.
For similar reasons, the track before that was The Place's Angel, Hurt People by Will. Yeah.
That's such a banger of a song.
Yeah. And it works.
Like, if you like Will Wood, by the way, you should listen to Ludo, because I've decided that I love Will Wood for the same reason that I love Ludo, which is that like they lean into the camp so hard. It's yeah.
Specifically, I put La Place's Angel on the Mia playlist because of it doesn't take a killer to murder. It only takes a reason to kill. We've all got evidence of innocence. It's everything's coincidence. The difference betwixt fate and free will is whether you're singing. Yeah. And also, am I bad? Am I bad? Am I bad? Am I really that bad?
So it was either this or How Bad Can I Be from the Lorax. I am fully kidding.
One of these days, I'm just going to snap and just smack you over the head with a chair when you say something. God. Anyway. Fuck. I wish I could talk about Phenom by Tao and the Get Down, Stay Down, but I can't because it's a little much, and I would have to be very careful if I wanted to talk about that. So let's move on. Grace Kelly by Mika's on here. Duh. I think I'm going to talk about the last 2 tracks because the last 2 tracks are both Fenmia vibes. Well, the last like 5 tracks were Fenmia vibes. And I did that intentionally. So let's talk about Hurricane Johnny's Theme by Lord Huron.
That's the one that made me cry out in agony.
Yeah. We started playing the song and Barry just in despair turned to me and said, "Oh, they love Fen a lot, huh?"
I did let out a wail of agony at that time.
Yeah. Oof. The opening verse is, I get a thrill out of playing with fire because you hold your life when you hold that flame. I get a kick out of thunder and lightning and tearing through the night hollering your name. Yeah.
You look
And
so pretty when you stand on the edge was one of the lines that got me. I was like, no, no.
yeah, that verse is I can't sleep when there's something to do. You spend your whole life dreaming and you wake up dead. It's a long night. Can I spend it with you? Because you're oh so pretty when you stand on the edge.
Fenmi is coming for y'all's asses in season 3. I won't give you any context beyond that, but they're coming for your asses.
Yeah. And then the chorus, and then one of the verses after it. Oh, little darling, don't you look charming here in the eye of a hurricane? Real or imagined, what does it matter? Come inside, can I get you to stay? And then right after that, oh, little darling, don't you like falling down through the sky like a diving plane? Real or imagined, what does it matter? Come inside, can I get you to stay? Fenmia.
Screams.
And on that. And on that note, the ending track of the playlist was A Pearl by Mitski.
That also made me let out a cry of agony in the moment. I have a lot of feelings about A Pearl by Mitski for like a lot of different characters, but the fact that you chose violence and did that as the closer on the Mia playlist was fucking rude.
You're growing tired of me. You love me so hard and I still can't sleep. You're growing tired of me and all the things I don't talk about. And then the chorus, it's just that I fell in love with a war. Nobody told me it ended, and it left a pearl in my hand, and I roll it around every night just to watch it glow. Every night, baby, that's where I go.
You don't understand yet.
But you will.
But you will. And when it happens, you will manifest in our home physically.
Remember that I specifically singled out this song.
Ay, caramba.
Al fucked up and evil.
Seriously. This is your fucking Joker origin.
I'm the Joker, baby. Anyway, those are the playlists.
Those are the playlists. No questions this week, so just go nuts in the chat. Otherwise, we're just gonna riff.
On Friday, again, the hiatus doesn't end until next Friday, but this Friday we're releasing one of our bonus episodes that has previously been patron only publicly. So the Great Australian Prank War goes public this Friday.
It's very fun. It's like equivalently 16-year-old Leo and 14-year-old Fee just getting in like a weeks long prank war.
Yeah.
Soren's there. Both of Fenn's older sisters are there. Yeah. Kalessa, before she dyed her hair, is there.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Sorority girl Kalessa.
Sorority girl Kalessa real.
Fenn's vibing.
Yeah, Fenn's there. Yeah.
God. Lorelai was supposed to be there in a baby Bjorn, but we didn't end up doing that.
Well, she was there at the very end. We had her in the very last scene because she was like toddling around because she was like 3, the equivalent of like 3 when that happened.
Yeah.
It's I listened to it. I re-listened to it today on my way to work because I hadn't listened to it pretty much since we released it for the Patreon, and I forgot how much
season 1 hiatus.
Yeah. I forgot how much fun we had making that one. It was really fun.
We had a lot of fun with the bonus episodes.
That one's all yucks too. So you don't have to worry about being sad about anything because it's all yucks.
It's all yucks. There's just some fridge tragedy.
We got really sad over never getting to really hear from Elena Tormare again after we made that one because we had so much fun with her, and it's like, oh, you died. We can't play you anymore.
Yeah, so sad. We recorded that before we recorded Fever Dream in season 2, which was why Elena was there.
Because we missed her.
I love her. Anyway.
Well, and I was thinking about it. It is beneficial that that bonus episode is coming out publicly before the season 3 premiere because in episode 2 of season 3, Elena gets brought up, and it's been a long ass time since she's been talked about. Yeah. So having that bonus episode will be a good little memory jog for people to like remember who she is and remember like what her relationship to Leo and Kalessa and Soren was. Yeah. Because it becomes relevant. Yeah.
Yeah. It's rough. We're excited. And the season 3 premiere, we've said this before, we'll say it again here. Thursday, the 16th, 5 p.m. Pacific.
Live
on
YouTube.
On YouTube. Like and subscribe.
So true.
I don't know.
And then, of course, it'll be coming out. If you're a patron and you can't wait, it'll be coming out that Thursday morning. So, but if you can wait, we recommend that you do, because we had the time of our fucking
We had a
lives
blast at the live premiere.
at the live premiere
really
for season
good.
2 finale. It was so, and I feel like everybody that came had fun. Like it was a very different experience from what we were used to, which was sort of just like, we would drop an episode in the morning and we would just be staring at Twitter for the rest of the day, like, okay,
waiting for somebody to tag us.
Yeah. Which we love doing. We love interacting with listeners on social media and stuff. But I feel like the community aspect of having, like, because how many people did we have come to that live premiere? There was a lot.
Few,
there was like at least 20, I think.
It was a few people.
But yeah, like, of having everybody there, like, reacting to the same thing in real time was
really good.
Extremely fun.
We had a blast. It was fun.
And we think with the subject matter that's being covered in the season 3 premiere, you're gonna want to be there.
Yeah. So we're gonna have a good time. We're really excited. We think the premiere is very good.
Oh, speaking of season 3, I'm going to mention this again before we sign off in case anybody else comes to Q&A. And if nobody else shows up, tell your friends, because we have big surprises coming later tonight.
Yes.
About half an hour after we're done, there will be one surprise. And then an hour later, so at 4 o'clock PST and then at 5 o'clock PST.
We have some things.
We have some things happening. Yeah. And the 5 o'clock PST is something that is being live streamed. So, yeah. So
we're also going to post it, but but there is a live stream.
Yeah. So we have a couple of those surprises coming directly after we sign off from Q&A today that we really think everybody's going to want to be there for. It's we're getting close enough to the end of hiatus now that we're just like cranking shit out.
I feel insane.
Yeah.
I feel insane.
Oh, I feel like I'm going to squirm the seat out of my pants by the time we get to the live premiere. Like, I'm already so ready for it. Like, which is ridiculous because of how far behind we are in production, which was my fault. We were supposed to finish recording yesterday and I got tired and took a nap.
We're fine.
But we're gonna record it after everything that we're doing for surprises goes up, and we're just gonna go late at night tonight and maybe finish up episode 5 this week.
Yeah.
Episode 4 just took so much out of us. I think that was really what put us behind, because
it wasn't that like emotionally heavy, but just the combat was so
the combat was a nightmare.
It just wiped us out.
Like, it was fun. It was really
good.
fun, and I feel proud of the end product. But like,
I think it will be good to listen to. It was complicated and difficult to record. Neither of us we're dumb.
Well, and it's made us realize that we need a couple more, for at least for the remainder of the time that we still are playing Dungeons and Dragons on this show, that we need like physical markers for things. Like, I don't know if you guys have ever heard of condition rings, the little plastic rings that you like put on your minis when you play like actual in-person D&D.
We need them because we forget stuff.
We forget concentration saves so much. We forget concentration saves. We forget.
We were pretty good about it, but we forgot like one that was pretty.
That was pretty like if anybody that listens to us is a rules lawyer, number one, why are you listening to our podcast?
And number two, we're sorry.
We're two people running like regularly, when we do big combats, we're running like 10, 11 combatants at once. Like, we forgot more in this one than we forgot in the Banshee fight. We were pretty good. Well, we forgot almost all the concentration saves in the Banshee fight.
That's true.
And I remember that I had to be a stickler about remembering that Leo had to roll his because of a certain spell that he had active during that combat that was like going to go very bad if he lost concentration.
Yeah.
And also I had to remember that I had advantage because Leo has the Warcaster feat.
Yes.
So yeah.
Which good. Saved our bacon. Anyway.
Leo also rolled 3 nat 20s in a row.
You said that last week, yeah.
But that was like 2 of those were with advantage. So that doesn't really count. But
What are you doing?
What do you have?
One moment. Pause for our dog being an idiot.
Hey. Seriously?
What did he do?
floor into the bag of dog food. They got left on the floor for some reason.
All right.
Ouch.
Anyway.
Nasty boy.
Anyway, our dog, everybody. Somebody said, when's the surprise stuff again? About half an hour after we get off here. So at 4:00 PST. And then an hour after that. 2 things dropping. Somebody said, Barry voice, what do you have?
Can you tell that that's something I say on a daily basis every single day of my
Woody,
life?
a knife.
No, he just had torn open. You know what? You don't get your good dog food for dinner because of that, because I'm sure you ate at least a dinner's worth of dog food out of that bag.
Well,
dude.
we'll still give him some dinner, but we will still give him some dinner. But our dog stinks. Anyway.
But yeah, we're getting extremely
we're very excited. We're very excited. Surprises go live in about 40 minutes from now, half an hour after we get off, and an hour after that. Yeehaw.
I stand your dog.
You shouldn't.
So, yeah,
He's
I guess
problematic.
I guess somebody has to.
I love him. He's a good boy.
He's a very good boy. He's very sweet.
Yes.
He stinks.
He's stinky. He's nasty. Anyway.
Our cat has been surprisingly such a good girl about the Christmas tree. We have never had a Christmas tree before because typically Chelsea and I go home for the holidays. Or
Chelsea really likes decorating for Christmas.
Yeah. So we've never had a Christmas tree before. And also we can't have a real Christmas tree because I am highly, highly, highly allergic to pine.
It's genuinely hilarious.
Yeah. We accidentally got our cat like pine pellet litter for her litter box one time, and I could not sit at the computer without sneezing for 30 minutes straight. So we have to have a fake Christmas tree, which makes my wife very sad because her family always has a real tree. And she went out and bought this like little 2
somebody in the chat said, what tier on the Patreon are the surprises for? They're not. They're public. They're going live on our social media accounts. Yeah. We have one of them is going to be live streamed here on YouTube, and then it's going to go public after that. And the other one we're just going to post. So
all of the hiatus treats. So like, oh my goodness, all of the hiatus treats. So like the playlists, all of that stuff that we're releasing later today. The public bonus episode. All of our hiatus treats are public. They're not.
Except for on the Patreon, we've had several playlists go up, and we've had 2 bonus episodes. Well, we have one bonus episode has already gone up, and one is being released right after the premiere.
The bonus episodes that have not gone public yet, which is all of them but one, those are all on the $5 tier. And you can find them by searching the tag bonus episode. And
and then the exclusive
playlists, if you just search
tier.
Those are for $3 tier, and you can find those if you just search playlist. I should come up with a tag for the special Patreon playlists though. But if you search playlist as a tag on our posts, all of the playlists will be there. We have lots of really great ones that are restricted for Patreon access. Ones like songs for Layer Earl Valsine to shake his non-existent ass to in a nightclub in Bogvolder. And
Fee, but it's all Mountain Goats, which is a playlist that I'm very proud of.
And I did one that's Leo, but it's all the Wonder Years. And we did Zed, but it's all Fall Out Boy.
Increasingly worrying Fall Out Boy songs is what the Zed playlist is.
We have pretty soon we have The Captain, but it's all sea shanties, and Sabine, but it's all musical theater coming out. So we have some pretty good like restricted Patreon only playlists available.
Very fun. Very cool.
So 5-minute call if you guys have any questions, anything you want us to talk about, go ahead and drop it in the chat. Sorry. But so we're getting there. I'm starting to feel
very excited. Very excited.
My excitement is starting to overtake the feelings of crunch. Because I'm sure whatever happens will happen. But I'm now at the point where I'm just extremely excited.
I'm excited for everybody to hear the premiere. I'm hype.
Y'all are gonna lose your minds.
I'm excited for everybody to hear every episode that we have finished so far.
Mhm. And I'm excited to record some of the episodes that we haven't done yet.
Yes.
Like
we
next
should
week.
have,
Next week is gonna be. Next week is gonna be a lot.
Yes.
Um,
But we're looking to have half the season recorded by the end of the year. So
yeah,
that's good.
which is about as far ahead as we were on season 2. Like we were a little bit further ahead on season 2, but I'm not.
Well, not towards the end. We're about as far ahead as
we got behind. We got behind there at the end a little. Well, behind. I mean, by saying that we were like 4 episodes ahead rather than like 10. But
yeah.
Our original plan for this season had us being 10 episodes ahead by the time the premiere dropped, and it just didn't happen. I mean, like life happened. I got really busy with work.
Yeah.
Like both of us got sick there for a bit, so it just didn't pan out that way.
Yeah.
But I feel like we'll be okay.
Yeah, I feel fine about where we're at.
And we have plans to go absolutely apeshit over winter break while I'm not working. So
yeah. Because we have like 2 weeks, so we're just gonna record like 10 episodes.
Yeah, we're literally recording every other day.
Yeah.
During winter break.
Yeah. We're gonna go ape shit. But we're excited for that. And then we're either gonna take a few recording days off, or we're just gonna get very far ahead and be done with season 3 earlier than we planned on.
I'm just glad that I'm trying to think. I don't think we really have. No, we have 2 more big combats. I was like, I'm glad we only have 1 more big combat, and it's the BBEG, but we do have another big combat. Yeah, we've got 2
big,
high level combat.
Yes, but less moving parts.
Yeah.
Well, the BBEG also only has like 3 moving parts.
Yeah, but those moving parts are.
One of those moving parts is Moreland.
Yeah, one of the moving parts of the BBEG fight is Moreland.
Yeah,
who is a force to fucking be reckoned with.
Level 20 sorcerers are bad.
Level 20 divine soul sorcerers are horrifying.
Are bad. But we're excited for that. But yeah, it's a combat light season. Not even that much in comparison to our other seasons. But
yeah, I would say we average about the same amount of combat. Season 2 was kind of high combat there at the beginning. Like we had a lot of combat in Oskaya.
Yeah.
But then like
we had like 1 big combat in Oskaya.
Well, we had the swamp fight.
Yes.
We had the crag cat fight.
That's true.
We had the elemental fight. We had 3. I mean, they weren't
that's
huge.
True. Yeah.
They weren't huge, but we did have 3 combats kind of boom, boom, boom.
Season 2 was pretty combat heavy. Now that I'm thinking of it.
Yeah, but I mean that like it makes sense that we had all that combat in Oskaya because Oskaya is trying to kill you from the moment you set foot in it. And then
season 3 is a little lighter. Not in tone, but in combat, it's lighter.
Yeah, there's a lot more of us using the mechanics of D&D for political intrigue things in season 3, which makes sense. Like we didn't really have the opportunity to do that much political intrigue in season 2 because we were either in fantasy Australia or on a fucking pirate ship for most of the season. So,
but having a good time. We are excited to see how combat systems in other TTRPG systems that we plan on using will work with our format. Like we're doing Monster of the Week for our next campaign, and the Monster of the Week combat system is so.
It's just like you shoot the thing.
It's so pared down. It's you hit the thing real good. You don't even technically have initiative in Monster of the Week combat.
Yeah, you just go. I mean, I think that'll work well with our format. It's just going to be, we do still have some play testing to do to figure out, just how viable it's going to be and like what, if anything, we have to tweak or homebrew. Yeah. So, people that are D&D rules lawyers that listen to our show, I don't think we have any of them. But if you consider yourself a rules lawyer and you listen to us, why?
We're sorry.
Why? No, first of all, why? No, I'm not sorry. I just want to know why.
It's because we're delightful. But
like we have homebrewed so much. We have homebrewed so much shit in this campaign, and then had just straight up forgotten a bunch of other stuff.
Yeah.
Like wasn't the you said like, oh, I decided that Zed doesn't have dark vision, even though the PHB says that half orcs do, because I think it's more fun. But the actual reason was that we both just forgot.
No, I did think it was more fun. You forgot.
Oh, okay.
I decided it was much more fun if Zed didn't have dark vision.
I love how that makes him the only one in the party.
Yeah.
The only one. The only one. Because I think we've said that Eleonora has it too.
I don't remember.
I don't remember. I think we said that Eleonora had dark vision, and
yes.
she's the only other person that's not an elf in the party.
Yeah.
And all the elves have dark vision, so it's just Zed.
It's just Zed. Zed can't see shit. It's fine.
Okay, so 30 minutes from now.
Yes, 30 minutes from now, something's going up on the social medias. An hour after that, something's going up on YouTube, live stream. And then right after that, that thing is going up on the social medias. Keep an eye out.
Tell your friends.
Tell your friends. We're excited.
We'll see you guys in about an hour.
Yes.
Okay. Bye.
Bye.